Yeah. Uh, I think we are live and
I
let's
saw the
get this
symbol.
conversation. Let's get this conversation started. Before I get into all the concepts about meme marketing and how brands are doing it today on the internet, everyone who's watching this on YouTube, LinkedIn, Twitter, wherever you are present and connected with Pepper content, thank you so much for joining us on this Saturday evening to talk about a very interesting topic, which is meme marketing. And someone who has been going so much viral on LinkedIn recently for his memes is Pranjal Poddar. Pranjal is a TEDx speaker and also a content creator at Ad Parody. And I think he has more than 60,000 followers on LinkedIn and has been creating memes constantly on LinkedIn, which is very interesting for me. And I'm very curious to ask you a lot of questions. But before we get into that, thank you so much, Pranjal, for giving us your time today. I am sure you must be having a lot of fun content to consume or create on a Saturday evening, but you're spending that with Pepper content. So thank you so much for giving us your time.
Oh man, thank you so much for having me actually. And I have, personally, it's kind of surreal for me to come and talk on Pepper's platform because I have been following Pepper's work for 2 years now almost, and I am like a creators person, right? Myself a creator, and of course rooting for creators out there. So it's always really nice from a community perspective to, see I wholeheartedly cheer that are doing something for critters. So it's even more. I'm even more happy. So the thing is, I'm very lazy to come and talk and stuff like that. But when it was, I saw his Yash's message and it was like Pepper. I was like, oh, I'm coming because I know some companies and I just have to if they call, I'm there. So it's like it's like that.
Wow,
So I'm
super. I
really
think that's a
glad to be here.
big compliment for us, and just makes me happy and more excited about this conversation. And Pranjal, even before I get into more technical questions about memes and a lot of questions that are already popping up in the comments here on LinkedIn and even on YouTube, the very first thing that I want to ask you is it okay to upload memes on LinkedIn, or how has the response been for you and for your audience? Can people upload memes on LinkedIn? What's your take on it?
Yeah, I mean, see, I will say yes. Of course, I'll say yes. So, but the thing is, I was skeptical. I didn't. I mean, I used to make meme. I've been making memes since 3, 4 years now, of course. But I started posting just 4 or 5 months back. So I was skeptical myself. I went through a period of posting safe things, posting things that are LinkedIn-ish. So, but then there's a thing, right? A creator. I mean, you just have to post things that you love, that you really like, and shows your personality. That's the biggest thing. That's how you become authentic. So then I just took the no, I just took the jump. Okay, let's post. Let's see what will happen. Max to max kya ho jayega. And yeah, I mean, I am myself surprised by seeing the response, by seeing, memes work. And I'll tell you the biggest insight, and this will motivate a lot of people, that it's not just our generation who is appreciating my memes on LinkedIn, but a lot of these senior folks, a lot of these senior corporate people who I presume, this kind of stereotype that they probably won't like this on a platform like LinkedIn. They would only like stuff like startup stories and serious stuff like serious career related things maybe. But even they tag me in their posts asking me for, can I just give a meme reaction to their subject, to their post or stuff like that. And I think that's been the biggest takeaway for me, because it's like, even you are happy when you are proved wrong. It's like that. So that's why I'm very happy. And I mean, I that's why I encourage people, if you love posting memes, if that gives you a kick of making people laugh, of not just laugh but giving them a wholesome feeling, whatever you're trying, what the message you're trying to spread through, whether it's promotional, whether it's for a cause, whether it's raising awareness about something, or just making people laugh. Everyone's, I mean, the times are tough, right? So
Yeah.
I mean, a meme is like that 1 second medicine almost, like for the brain. So yeah.
Tell me something, and this is what I feel personally. Um, if I upload a meme on LinkedIn and let's say later, 6 months later or 1 year later, I really want to approach, let's say, a recruiter or an organization for a partnership with Pepper or anything of that sort. Do you think that person might not take me seriously because I've been putting up a meme about, let's say, uh, about a particular organizational structure or something that has been happening on the internet. Have you personally experienced that, or no? How has it been?
See that, I mean, this is something that kind of you can't control, I feel, in terms of, if so I have met people who are so rigid in their thought, like if on LinkedIn, it means I'm turning LinkedIn into Facebook. They don't see the fact that my memes are corporate memes. I'm not making a meme on Timur, is it like for Instagram. I'm making a meme on LinkedIn stuff, corporate stuff, career and college and stuff, which all of us. So if if someone is coming in with the rigid mindset that no, is दूर ही रहना है, like ये this is not serious professional,
Hmm.
then you can't help it. And they automatically, it's like even if they, it should, that match is not going, so it's okay. But I think the world is opening up a lot. And
Yeah.
so that's why I mean, out of 100, I would say just 5 naysayers are there, but 95 people enjoy lining up to this. And brands, I feel a lot of brands, I mean, I work with so many, and uh, memes have part of that marketing funnel now. You cannot really
Yeah.
just, because it shows personality as a brand. People
Yeah.
don't like those are like sound like a machine, right? Machine जैसा
Yeah.
response देते हैं, and
Yeah.
those relatability कुछ है ही नहीं. So
Yeah.
memes make you they show personality. So yeah, I think the world is opening up, so that's something in the right direction.
Got it. There's a question by Mohan Raj in the comments on LinkedIn where he's asking, what are the key factors to consider while making memes for brands? And I think this is a very important question because what happens is sometimes a brand can forcefully try to get into a trend or to a
Mhm.
meme and really lose out on their authenticity and the voice or persona that they have as a brand. So, what are some factors that a brand should keep in mind while they are uh, putting out meme or catching up a trend?
So I would say a very good question actually. I'll give you an example. I was doing a case study. I was making a case study on meme marketing actually, like how it has evolved over the years. And I came up and I stumbled upon a meme campaign that was done by Gucci. So Gucci is a brand who doesn't need to do memes, right? They know their audience. They have their audience.
Yeah.
They're making billions of dollars, so they don't need to do memes. They did. Now the thing with this is कि Gucci का audience को memes देखना नहीं है, to be very honest. So they're trying to tap into. It's almost like they are forcing, right? Thoda to become cool. So, but so that is one thing which is I would say they did thoda. I mean, it did not work out that well, but उसमें भी the memes they made, it made sure that the memes were very premium in terms of what the subjects that they were talking about. It was very premium. Like, not everyone can afford this watch, which everyone knows about
Hmm.
Gucci. So even with their
Yeah.
meme, they're at least sticking to the premiumness of theirs, even with the meme. So they're not trying to cater exactly. Maybe they did not actually capture the meme audience because it's Gucci, and if not everyone can relate with that brand because it's too high for most of our imagination. But still, at least they stuck to their principles. We are premium and we are sticking to it. So I clearly remember that meme. It was key. Not everyone will love this watch, something like that. It was like a very premium watch, of course.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
so but I would say the biggest point here is cultural relevancy. If you're so tomorrow, if I wouldn't like to see a meme from Fair and Lovely for some reason, because I personally don't. I feel like with the world right now and what is cool and what is not cool. So
Yeah.
promoting, I mean, in my personal opinion, promoting the whole fairness thing and stuff is not cool now. Maybe 20 years back people didn't understand, they didn't complain or something, but now the world is a lot more aware and we need to be a lot more sensitive. So it doesn't fit, right? So that's why it is not relevant to our culture as of now. We have opened up a lot. We are a lot more. There's so much awareness about things. What is cool? Thoda what boundary we should not cross, because there are people, right, and people get hurt. you don't know the what you say and kya ho jata hai, how it kind of affects the other person. For you it's a joke or something marketing or something promotional, but you don't know how it impacts the other person. So you have to be a little bit, and that's a moral responsibility we all should have, right? So so I think, yeah, you basically need the right person who
Yeah.
understands, as a meme creator, understands what's cool and what's not for this generation, who understands what audience these days, what is trending, what is not
Hmm.
trending, and thing to get started, especially when it comes to brands. And of course, also how you market. You just can't go out and directly buy a product, buy a this. No, you kind of have
Yeah.
to find
Yeah.
what is cool about your product. Why would people of our
Hmm.
Gen Z, millennial people, who have very good spending power, by the way, that is why brands are investing so much in meme marketing. Why
Yeah.
What is that element about your product or your service that's really cool or makes our life easier or really will appeal, and how can you communicate it? Just like you buy this for XYZ offer valid till stock last, or this is how it will make your marketing, but you say it in meme language almost, and that.
Got it. Got it. And I think also how Amul maybe does it very intellectually, to put out, with great copywriting and with their, character that they have. So I think now we are habituated of
Classic.
seeing some sarcastic and classic, like those posts and memes from Amul. So that's okay. But if Fair and Lovely does that, might not go the right way for that particular brand. There's one more question here, which Dheeraj is
Yeah,
asking, and I think this
classic.
is a very interesting question. He's asking, is there a fine line between a LinkedIn meme and an Instagram meme? Any example that you can share?
See, like I said, I don't know if I can share it. So I mean, I won't take names. Don't want drama, but I've seen creators have. So thing is, right? I mean, in the last, uh, people have realized just how much organic reach LinkedIn has. Out of all the platforms, still LinkedIn has good organic reach, and people have come to know that. So it automatically tempts them to make the jump or at least diversify by also becoming active on LinkedIn. But what they don't understand is if you take the same thing that is trending on Instagram and you just bring it to LinkedIn, then it's not going to work. The audience is different, the sentiment is different. Audience is a lot more. I mean, they are less brutal, which is nice actually, but they're also not that. I mean, you would say it's not very. They are sensitive and they're wholesome. It's more like that. Whereas on Instagram, you can be sassy, you can a lot more. I mean, that can dank as well. That dank could be the right term, but LinkedIn पे dank होने से तुम्हारा ही loss होगा almost. So ज़्यादा dank होने से. so 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 yeah, that's the thing. Understand the audience as simple as that. It's about the topic. Understand about and why the audience is there on LinkedIn. For on Instagram, they have come. That's many reasons, but purely entertainment. But then they come for
Yeah.
reading maybe a job search story, a tip on job search, maybe a story, maybe some kind of personal experience, maybe a startup story on how maybe a new series news of funding. So many things, right? College का कुछ कोई किसी का IIM मिल गया, so many things, but it's all career, like the broad term is career and work and stuff. So I mean, I would say the safest bet is you can start making memes on those topics. Once your audience gets accustomed, then you can also try other off LinkedIn topics as well. When you have a loyal audience, ki ye log just want to see a meme from you,
Yeah.
not memes. Corporate life पे memes चाहिए, startup life memes चाहिए. We just want to see something from you. Once you reach that stage, then you can kind of experiment, but you can start topics that are. I mean, it just puts you there, right? Instead
Yeah.
of you wandering and finding people, it just puts you there
Yeah. Yeah.
if you just select the right topic. So
Got it. Tell us how it is to have a job as a meme maker or slash content creator, however you want to term that as. But how is it to have like a full-time job or like in general work as a meme maker?
it, it is honestly constantly just switching between apps, which is so tiresome. You go to so to find intelligent stuff, you go to Reddit to see what is suddenly people are talking about. You go to Twitter, and to Instagram you go for. I mean, I don't know why. Instagram interest lose ho chuka, honestly. Twitter and Reddit is so good, but yeah, it's just you are just on the phone. I mean, you're just on your device every day,
Mhm.
all the time, and you just constantly information coming in. Kya chal raha, kya nahi chal raha. Suddenly, you just have to be first to the race because the moment basically moment. So you just have to be first to the race. जिसने सबसे पहले post किया उसका तो shareability से बढ़ जाता है. And it's also about just capturing that moment, like six sixes out of the park, something like big moment happens, and you just right there to ready to hit that post like fatak se banao creative. So it's not a 9 to 5 job at all. बिल्कुल भी नहीं. आज रात को चैंपियंस लीग फाइनल है for people who are football fans. So if some players scores some amazing goal, then you have to maybe be ready with a meme for that post or something like that if your manager pays that post stuff about football. So you still have to be kind of, your mind has to be active even at 12:31 in the night. And I mean,
Yeah,
there is a question of, is this sane, is this healthy? I would say, and it's also, but you love doing it, and you will only do these things if you love it. So
yeah.
that's the thing. It's not healthy, I would say, but ठीक है, अभी प्यार करते मजा आता है करना, तो ठीक है अभी.
Yeah, I think when you love doing that work, then it doesn't seem like work also. If you do it at 12:30 a.m. in the night while watching the match, or you do it 4 in the morning or whatever, 3 in the afternoon, and all of those things. So I think then emotionally you don't feel that burden that this is work. Maybe you just enjoy that eventually.
Yeah, you won't. I mean, you cannot imagine doing something beyond 5 if you don't like it. You
Yeah,
just won't, because then your it
yeah.
becomes, I just cannot wait for 5 p.m. to come so that I can wrap
Yeah.
this up. Right? That
Yeah.
is the usual
then
mindset.
then
So
then
that is
mostly you're looking at the watch at the clock, when it hits 5 p.m. and so that I can step out of the office. But when
ex-
you do something like this that
exactly.
you love, then it doesn't bother to you if it's a Saturday or whatever, something like that. Tell
Exactly.
us about which brands or individual creators also, whose content do you like, which memes do you like, and in general you can also talk about content that you like from certain brands or the memes that you like of certain brands. What are these pages that you really enjoy consuming content of?
I really like Dunzo. I think Dunzo is fantastic. They're really good. Yeah. I mean, this one's meme that meme nahi, it's like they did the characters, right? The combination of like a room. All the characters are there in that room, and it was special. I think it won some award also, if I'm not wrong. Some वो Mado marketing का mommy कुछ तो होता है ना, वो भी I think they did
Huh.
get.
Yeah, yeah.
So yeah, so Dunzo is right there, because what I'm looking for is, are they sticking to this? I don't like brands जो suddenly just trend, मतलब popular बनने के लिए आते हैं, and they just do the meme, they just join in and then okay, back. We are not doing memes anymore. I like brands who are consistent with what they do, even if it's not meme, but at least they have that funny, voice that's fun and quirky. So, and they maintain that. So Zomato is really good at that. I mean, I don't need to say anything about Zomato. I think everyone kind of agrees. But then also you have to, I think I've also heard a lot of people are kind of sick of Zomato. They say it's too much. I've been on Twitter spaces where people have said that यार बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाता है, मतलब सोशल मीडिया पे भी क्वर्की बन रहे, पुश नोटिफिकेशंस भी क्वर्की बन रहे, ईमेल भी मेरे को क्वर्की भेज रहे हैं, मतलब मेरा दिमाग खराब हो जा रहा है. तो वो थोड़ा, I would say, balance is something also nice. So but yeah, I mean, they're definitely so good. So yeah, I think Dunzo this, and suddenly दिमाग में आता नहीं है. But personally, I mean, individual creators, I would say I really like Akshar Pathak. I am a big fan of Akshar Pathak because I've seen him do promotions. So I kind of judge personal creators based on how do they do marketing, how do they do influencer marketing. because it's
Yeah.
very easy to just be, I mean, it's very easy for people to figure out, oh, this is a sponsored post, and it's immediately a mental turn off for a lot of people. Oh, ये तो sponsored है, not interested, पैसा दिया होगा, whatever. But the just now organically you can do, that is honest, that is like the test of a creator, कि how seamlessly organically you can promote something. So that is something I
Yeah.
really like, look for in people. And I remember Akshar doing a post brand in Delhi, and it was just direct. I mean, he just literally just said in the first slide कि भाई ये paid है. And then but still I was like, I did not get turned off by it. I still browse through the rest of the slides because he does carousel posts. And yeah, it was
Hmm.
really good यार. मतलब मैं मुंबई में नहीं है वो पिज्जा sadly, but I could have ordered actually. मुझे काफी इंटरेस्टिंग लगा. So yeah, man, he's good. Hey, Pranav Sapra, these people are good, and they seem very, they kind of the way they do things in terms of, they have made an account for their pet. They often include family members also sometimes, right? So it's like a story. If you can relate to these people, there are people like us, but it's just that, of course, they have mastered the art of putting stuff out there in a way people can relate. That is what it is ultimately about, right? So
Yeah.
so these are some, I mean, there's some, there are these a lot of amazing graphic designers who are so creative. Any trending any topical thing comes up and they create very nice things. There are this मुझे ऐसा there's this नाम भूल गया मैं. So many are Sir Creative. There's, I mean, check these people out. And Reels तो है ही, वो तो है कि सब जानते ही है जो follow करते हैं. But
Yeah.
I mean, a lot of, yeah, these are fake ad co. I mean, such nice creativity by that guy. So
Yeah.
these are both must, yeah, must innovative guys. And then they don't come and post 5 times a day or something. They come once in 2 to 3 days. But whenever they come, they make sure it's something really good. So so it's not honestly so much about हर दिन bombard करना post के साथ. It's not Twitter.
Hmm.
Twitter you put out your thoughts and stuff, but Instagram pe it's also about just how good your content is. It's actually about that. I mean, I know a lot of people jo we talk so much about algorithm, we study the algorithm so much, but
Hmm.
I mean, I see a lot of people जिन्होंने इतना मस्त काम किया है, इतना मस्त followers कब कुछ किया है, and they don't look like people who care about the algorithm. They just make
Yeah.
good content that's very shareable, that's very wholesome feeling, right? I mean,
Yeah.
TikTok, consider TikTok. थोड़ा off topic जा रहा हूँ, I know, but consider TikTok. So many creators who have, I mean, these are people who have these hidden talents. They just didn't know how to show. They probably didn't know so many technicalities, but TikTok के बारे में पता चला. I mean, I would never call them cringe just because they are people who we are not used to seeing on the internet. That does not make them cringe. They have their own way of presenting themselves. So if you don't like it, you don't like it. But don't, like, just because you have not seen them, don't criticize. But yeah, still, I mean, they don't know anything about the algorithm, right? They just made something that's very unique. अरे ऐसा कभी पहले देखा नहीं. I've never thought this person will speak so fluent English, right? And somehow
Hmm.
it's giving me that dopamine, boost. ऐसा कभी देखा नहीं है. So
Yeah.
so it's just about that. It's about that.
Got it. I have two last questions, and both of those have been like very important thoughts in my head. One is when something goes trending on the internet, right? From the originator, is it just like putting a template out there, or this is very well planned? Like let's say for example, because I feel this is sometimes planned. Like somebody will put a template, and then Scoop Whoop, other some pages, maybe Zomato, Dunzo, all of these guys will just start putting this out, the trend. And I think this happened with the cred ads. When Rahul Dravidka ad was released, everyone sort of started creating. I don't know if this was organically done or automatically done, or this was planned. Um, but I think I have when people talk about virality, let that be about meme or about a video or any piece of content. I think people talk that virality can also be achieved via planning or paid ads or whatever, sponsored posts and all of those things. But some people also say that no, virality cannot be achieved in that way. It is actually very organic and very naturally. What is your take on virality?
It is engineered to some extent, For example, if you see the Rahul Dravid cred ad, one of the first person to tweet about it was Virat Kohli, where he said, "Never thought Rahul Bhai in this. Never thought I'll see Rahul Bhai in this avatar." This was his
Hmm.
tweet. That
Correct.
is, and that is engineered. I personally
Correct.
feel that
Yeah.
is engineered.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but that gives a push. I mean, the audience that Virat Kohli has, the biggest sportsman, that gives a push like nothing else, right? So
Yeah.
you engineer it to some extent in the beginning, the top of the funnel. You probably find people who, the right people. I mean, even that is a skill, honestly, in your meme, in your thing, picking the right accounts, picking the right people, and also how you communicate it. If he had just gone and directly shared that ad, तो समझ में आ जाता. But now at least there is this ambiguity because he wrote that one line कि कभी नहीं सोचा था राहुल भाई का तार देखेंगे, right? So it sounds a little natural, where there is still that
Correct.
ambiguity where not everyone will understand it is engineered. Some will do who kind of know the industry. They will. So that's how it is. And then ultimately, if it has that element that this can be scaled, people will pick it up. And there is I mean, for credit, it was that shock, right? It was they just play on shock value, shock emotion. कि कभी नहीं सोचा था ये पर कभी नहीं सोचा था कुमार सानू इंश्योरेंस का गाना गाएगा, कभी नहीं सोचा था,
Correct.
that's their theme. So if that is scalable, if that's so, I mean, it just, but you engineer it to some point. And even when coming to finding templates, it takes a bit of experience to find these templates. If you, I mean, not everyone, when they see Mirzapur and they see, I forgot his name, but the character saying ये भी ठीक है, इफ यू थिंक अबाउट इट,
Hmm.
उसमें इतना क्या है? तुम जब शो देख रहे
Yeah.
हो एंड तुम जब वो डायलॉग
Yeah.
उसने बोला ये भी ठीक है, यू लाइक हाँ, मतलब क्या ही है, मतलब इसमें क्या है इतना, बट यू टेक इट आउट समहाउ, सम पर्सन फिगर्ड इट आउट कि नहीं यार, इसको ले सकते हैं, मे भी कुछ तो कर सकते हैं. So I just took out
Yeah.
that dialogue as a template, and that whoever agency or whatever that agency was behind this, they just took out that template, just put out, maybe used 5 to 10 big accounts. It is the engineered part of it where they share it, and then if this happens, it happens. So that is where the organic part comes in, that you cannot control. That is
Yeah.
up, and if they relate to it, they're like, हाँ यार, ये dialogue में real life में भी use कर सकता हूँ, अगर वो feeling that
Yeah.
they get. So then they'll
Yeah.
start picking it up. They also want to join in on the fun, right? So
Hmm.
smaller creators are also picking. You don't need to even pay these small creators, right? These
Yeah.
micro influencers, no, 2,000 followers to like 1,000 to 10,000 followers के जो category है, they are
Hmm.
just trying to grow. They're hungry to grow. They want that one post to
Yeah.
go, really good. So
Yeah.
they are always on, and they will
Yeah.
do wonders for you organically, if you can just
Yeah.
find the right template, the right dialogue and stuff. So of course
Yeah.
some bit of engineering is there, but then large part of it will always be organic, especially if it's like something really big. If it
Yeah.
becomes something
And I
big, like a
think,
Mirzapur
yeah. Yeah. And I
credence.
think because when that engineered part sort of, let's say, for example, it gives you that initial push and then a particular hashtag, let's say, is trending, then all the micro creators and influencers start to use that hashtag. And that's how it organically just, just gets into motion. And, then everyone, sooner or later, everyone is talking about it. And I think that's what happened with the Rahul Dravid ad. And I've seen everyone creating content about it. I don't remember before that what was a particular trend, like how you were referring about Mirzapur and some other one also. I don't remember, a bigger trend than this. But that's also
Recent,
how, that's also how trends and
recent.
virality is, right? It maybe goes away in 3 4 days or probably a week time.
Yeah, correct. I mean, it's just that's the beauty of it, and yeah, I mean, people just that see, social media runs on FOMO. The
Hmm.
biggest emotion is FOMO. So
Yeah.
there is a trend, and you're a creator, you don't want to miss out, because that's how you've been
Yeah.
taught social media. That's how you have seen other creators, make it big on social media. कि एक trend पकड़ लिया and बहुत चल गया उनका, and that initial boost of followers they get organically.
Yeah.
Because there's
Yeah.
nothing like, as जितना भी तुम paid marketing करो, paid ads चलाओ, there's nothing like people are discovering you organically and choosing to follow you, because these
Yeah.
are people who will remember you. come back, when they scroll and they see, they will stop to see what you have made because they remember you. So that's the thing. I mean, that's how it happens. I mean, that's how it scales.
Yeah, yeah. And here's the last question that I wanted to ask you, and this is what you were referring about, how you have to stay up also tonight to watch the Champions League and maybe see if there is content around over there or not. But how do you really do this? And I want to understand it, because how can you catch up on every news that is out there? Because you are going to sleep sometime, right? And you are going to be off screen sometime. And I'm very sure you will miss out on some trends, or let's say comments or conversations that will happen. But how do you actually stay updated? Do you have like app notifications or turned on post notifications of a particular brand? Or how is it really, like, how do you really find out what's really happening in the world apart from scrolling?
Yeah, so जैसे I'm really into business, economic news, especially lockdown के बाद से सबने personal finance लेना seriously, people are taking their personal finance seriously. So I just subscribe to some newsletters, वैसे. So you just find the right channel. You cannot, I don't see, finance based Instagram accounts I don't follow at all. I've just subscribed to one or two newsletters, very good business newsletters. I can even name them for people to follow. One is called Filter Coffee. It's really
Yeah, I
good,
think
and go
Tanvi
check
writes
it out.
it.
Tanvi writes it. Yes,
Yeah.
yes, absolutely. So that is something I follow. Even Grow has a good newsletter. It's fairly recommend daily what is happening, what is up, what is
Hmm.
not, which stock is doing good. So these are. I mean, you just find the right channel where it's not too much like it's not too much on your brain. To be very honest, because
Yeah.
finance पे भी memes नहीं देख सकता मैं to educate myself. I'll just take in
Yeah.
some actually structured, serious information. ठीक है, मीम्स मैं क्रिप्टो का देख सकता हूँ अभी फिलहाल, because that's how the world of crypto is. But yeah, I mean, so I don't know. Yeah, to be there are some apps which just a Reddit. It's more about knowing what's happening in the world. You can kind of understand based on the subreddits you follow, right? So if there is a subreddit called India, then you're kind of knowing what's
Yeah.
happening in India. So I just go to that place sometimes just to keep myself updated. Maybe US के साथ US में क्या चल रहा है, and Twitter पे भी same. It's about the people you follow on these platforms as well. So maybe 5 to 6 crypto experts. I want to keep updated myself about crypto, and it's actually about the right people to follow. Not just those accounts which are like Dogecoin to the moon, Dogecoin to the moon. यही tweet
Hmm.
डालते रहते हैं बस 24 घंटे. वो सब नहीं follow करना है. जो लोग actual में good crypto information डालते हैं actually, वैसे you just need to find them out, and you just pick a platform for that. I use Instagram purely for what song is trending and how I can use it in my full time job in terms of brands के लिए क्या कर. So Instagram पे मैं just reels ही देखता हूँ. Twitter पे जैसे it's the trends and सर्च बटन में अगर कुछ चल रहा है पॉलिटिक्स के अलावा, अगर कुछ ट्रेंड हो रहा है, जो रेयरली होता है, बट ठीक है. ठीक है. बट कूल. आई मीन ट्विटर पे एक्चुअली मैं ज्यादा मार्केटिंग एंड बिजनेस स्टार्टअप्स वालों को फॉलो करता हूँ. बहुत मस्त कम्युनिटी है. आई मस्ट से द कम्युनिटी इज अमेजिंग. सो मार्केटिंग ट्विटर इज अ ग्रेट हैशटैग दैट पीपल शुड चेक आउट. सो आई मीन या ऐसे ऐसे बस फिल्टर करके रखा है. ऑनेस्टली नो, सबका अपना होता है इंफॉर्मेशन देने का. सब एक ऐप का
Correct.
एक ऑडियंस होता है, and just use it according to your own interest. You cannot track everything on Facebook, which I have
Yeah.
absolutely zero love for. मेरे को कुछ नाता नहीं है Facebook से. I've just forgotten it. But just for football, I go to Facebook. Just
Hmm.
to, because there are a lot of football supporters groups on Facebook. There are a lot
Hmm.
of these things. So every time my team wins or loses, and I want to talk with supporters of my club to either celebrate or share the pain of losing a match, I just go to Facebook and comment and get into the conversation. So
Yeah.
ऐसे ऐसे सब अपना पर्सनल चीजों पे तुम बट ऐसे ही काइंड ऑफ अपना वे होता है. That's my way.
Correct. No, I think Facebook groups is a good way and utilization
Yeah.
of Facebook app. Other than that, I think it's all stupid.
Even
At
the
the back.
algorithm that in
Yeah,
2018 Facebook ने खुद ही बोला था कि हमारा algorithm is actually now going to show more posts on your feed from the Facebook groups you're a part of.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's why Facebook groups is actually a good thing if you can
And
grow
I
it.
think that's also unique about Facebook, right? Like you can create a group over there. On Instagram, you cannot create a group sort of. वो DM पे कर सकते हो, but that's not very like user friendly. On Twitter, I think you can create a, let's say, forum sort of thing, but that's also not very interactive and all of those things. But Facebook group is actually very unique, and a lot of people use that. I think there are some. Uh, I mean, when I was hunting flats in Bombay, the flatmates, that kind of group really sort of helped me. So the group part is really actually great in Facebook. But
मैं तो you know OLX का biggest competitor is Facebook group पता है मतलब आई फील हर
that's
चीज
a
के लिए
meme.
फेसबुक ग्रुप है सब ढूंढने के लिए फेसबुक ग्रुप है
Yeah,
हर चीज
yeah,
बाय करने
yeah.
के लिए सेल करने के लिए देयर मस्ट बी अ फेसबुक ग्रुप
And
बट आई
there is
वंडर
very hyper
हाँ
localization also. So there is like
yeah,
specific city based groups, city based, then product based groups like clothing in Pune or whatever, clothing Andheri, whatever, all of those sort of things. So there is also very localization at this. At the same time, it's very easy to connect and share pictures, photos, videos, whatever, all of those things.
exactly but you know what I often wonder how long until people discovered something like Discord, which is again built for communities and has a lot many features than Facebook groups. And you can do so much more there. I've seen, I mean, Avalon is someone who's doing amazing. I mean, they have just crushed the Discord game, and I just love how they've done it. But वही है again, I personally also get confused with Discord a lot. थोड़ा complex हो सकता है, whereas Facebook group is so simple. So
Yeah,
unless
yeah,
one or the other Facebook introduces more features or Discord becomes a lot more simpler, then they can kind of break that wall. But otherwise Facebook तो अभी काफी secure है with their audience, especially people who are just वो जो अपना काम करने के लिए अपना business करने को, they
yeah,
don't care so much about the tech and this and that. So
yeah,
अब तब तक Facebook is safe.
yeah.
It still has a good chunk of audience in India.
Yeah, yeah. And I think, I mean, we use Facebook now to, do that automatic sign up also sometimes on different websites. That's why you need to have that app always there so that you can maybe sign up to a new
Correct.
website or something like that.
मैंने कल ही किया था मैंने वही एक काम बच गया मेरा
But ठीक है, super यार Pranjal, thank you so much for giving us your time and talking about meme marketing. I think
Oh,
this topic is something that maybe we can go on for hours and talk a lot about history of meme marketing, and there are so many things. I think there are books about meme marketing altogether, but this was like a nice, concise, candid yet insightful conversation with you. So thank you so much for giving us your time today.
तो थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हैविंग मी मेरे को बहुत मजा है बात करके एंड एनी टाइम समवन कॉल्स मी फॉर मीम मार्केटिंग ऐसे ही कैंडिड ही बातें करता हूँ ऐसे ही होना चाहिए बिकॉज
Yeah,
सब्जेक्टिव ऐसा यार ये दिस इज
yeah,
नॉट टेक्स्ट
yeah,
बुक दिस इज नॉट इवन ऑन अ यूट्यूब वीडियो भी पे भी नहीं है दिस इज नॉट
yeah,
प्रेजेंटेशन स्टफ सो
yeah.
आई मीन पीपल अप्रोच मी टू मेक प्रेजेंटेशंस ऑन मीम मार्केटिंग मैंने कहा प्रेजेंटेशन में यार मीम मार्केटिंग में क्या प्रेजेंटेशन तो आई डोंट ठीक है आई मीन ऑफ टॉपिक हो रहा है बट आई सी सो मेनी क्वेश्चंस एंड I mean, we don't have the time, but seriously, for people who joined and posted these questions, both thank you so much.
So
It
what
means a
we'll do
lot to
is
me
everyone
personally.
can just put down questions in the LinkedIn post, and Pranjal can maybe reply on the comments.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
please everyone just
I'll,
feel free to put down questions in the comment section, and Pranjal can respond to it later while he's watching the
yeah.
Champions League final today.
अरे यार आज
I
के लिए
remembered somebody when they mentioned in the comment is when I remembered what was some other trends that went viral on the internet. One was that Pauri Ho Rahi Hai, that video.
yeah,
And
I see a
then
comment. Yes.
second one was that Shweta person went Zoom page. She was talking about her friends, something of that sort. I think that was an organic. I mean, because there's
That
no
is
brand
already
involved. Yeah.
Exactly, that is as organic as it gets, and people can relate because वही ना अभी का time video call, everything is video
Yeah.
call, and
Yeah.
school, online school and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So वही it's
Yeah.
about hitting that right emotion that यार
Yeah.
हमारे साथ भी हो सकता है ऐसा shit यार you know.
Mm.
So that बस वही था, and it just happened. उसके पीछे कौन
Yeah.
engineer किया? Well, nobody wants to engineer such things.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
हम भी इंटरनेट पब्लिक को भी कुछ ना कुछ चाहिए रहता है, so सब स्केल कर देते हैं, खुद ही कर देते हैं स्केल
Yeah.
हम.
Yeah. But TK, thank you so much, Pranjal. And you please, whenever there are questions, put down on this post. Whenever you get time, just address
Yeah,
those
yeah, yeah,
questions.
yeah, 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 absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely.
Super.
Awesome.
Thank you so much and take care. Stay safe. Hopefully, once the lockdown gets lifted, I'll see you in Mumbai.
Yeah, yeah, we will definitely have an in-person chat because this topic is
Yes.
amazing, and we can have an amazing conversation. Thank you so much. Thank you for having
Thank
me.
you, everyone, for watching this. And everyone, please take care, stay safe, and stay indoors.